The Hamilton Street Railway Company is the transit division of the City of Hamilton Public Works Department in Ontario, Canada. The name is a legacy of the days when the majority of public transit vehicles were streetcars. The present-day Hamilton Street Railway is in fact a bus operator. The HSR transports about 21 million passengers a year. History. From 1873 to 1889, the HSR was owned by Lyman Moore and operated as a private business. In 1889, HSR was sold to Hamilton Cataract Interests, later known as Dominion Power and Transmission Company. The HSR was later acquired by Ontario Hydro. Provincial ownership ended in 1946 when HSR was bought by Canada Coach Lines. CCL was purchased by the City of Hamilton in 1960. Hamilton Wentworth Region began ownership of CCL and HSR in 1977. Other streetcar system services. Bus routes. Route histories. In the early 1990s, the HSR eliminated many routes by expanding current routes. The following is a list of replaced and withdrawn routes. Streetcar routes. The HSR operated horse cars from 1874 to 1892 and electric streetcars from 1892 to 1951. Trolley buses replaced streetcars in Hamilton in 1951. Trolley bus routes. Trolley buses were used by the HSR from 1951 to 1992 along the following routes. Transcab. Introduced in 1998 as a 2-year pilot project, Transcab is a shared ride taxi service between HSR and specific local taxi providers, currently offered in portions of Glanbrook and Stony Creek. Accessible transportation. Accessible transportation services is the section that administers a variety of accessible services on behalf of the city. Accessible low-floor. Buses provide level entry and exit to accommodate wheelchairs and walkers. It is anticipated that the entire HSR fleet will be accessible by 2009. Disabled and Aged Regional Transportation System is a non-profit charitable organization that is the paratransit service provider. Taxi Script program provides discounted taxi coupons for ATS-registered persons who are unable to access regular transit buses. Rapid Transit. In 1981, during Bill Davis's Progressive Conservative administration, the province of Ontario offered to finance the construction of a light rail line in Hamilton, from Lloyd D. Jackson Square to the Lime Ridge Mall. The line would have used the same technology as the Scarborough Rapid Transit. The plans triggered a lot of grassroots opposition, and Hamilton Wentworth Council turned the proposal down. The plan called for an elevated track, one of the elements that triggered opposition. Residents being concerned commuters would be invading the privacy by looking down on the backyards and in the second-floor windows. When the CBC News compared the rejected 1981 plan with the 21st Century Rapid Transit plan, they quoted the individual who had been the planning and development manager for Hamilton Wentworth Regional Government, Doug Litchik, who pointed out that Vancouver's introduction of the same elevated light rail technology, just 4 years later, is widely acknowledged to have been very successful. The 1980s light rail plans were to use the UTDCICTS technology, but the project was scrapped and no lines were created for the HSR. Hamilton is considering the use of LRT in the city, and is working with Metrolinx on a plan to get an LRT with 15 years after plans are approved. The planned blast network routes may include B-Line, Main, King Corridor from McMaster University to Eastgate Square, L-Line, downtown to Watertown, A-Line, James, Upper James Corridor from downtown to John C. Munro Hamilton International Airport, S-Line, Centennial to Ancaster Business Park. T-Line, Mohawk to Meadowlands. No vehicles have been chosen, but it may be similar to the Flexity Freedom to be used in Iron Rapid Transit and Eglinton Crosstown LRT facilities. Barnes, Garriger's 1875 first horse barn opens. 1887 second horse barn opens. 1889 Sanford Avenue Car House opens. 1927–1990 Wentworth Street, North Car Barn Garage opens. 1984–1996, 1998 to present Mountain Regional Transit Center on Upper James Street. 1990–1998 Wentworth Street Transit Center. Loops, terminals and connections. HSR routes from downtown to the mountain currently use McNabb Transit Terminal, while several lower city routes have an on-street terminal layover at the intersection of Main and James Streets. 34 has a layover location on King at James. HSR connects with GO Transit at Hamilton GO Center, which serves as the terminus for 4 HSR routes. The station, located at 36 Hunter Street East, a few blocks south of King and James, is the terminus of the GO's Lakeshore West Railway Line and Express Highway 407 and Queen Elizabeth Way GO buses. It is also the main Greyhound Line's bus stop in Hamilton. Canada Coach Lines, once owned by HSR, is now served by Coach Canada, formerly Trentway Wagga, and operates routes between Kitchener, Waterloo, Guelph, and Niagara. It is also the former Toronto, Hamilton and Buffalo Railway passenger station, and there is a small museum above the public concourse. HSR routes 2 and 4 also connect with GO at Batten Street and Amp Nash Road in East Hamilton, where a GO bus travels between there and the Burlington GO station. At the Mountain Transit Center transfer point and a contract with Blue Line Taxi, the HSR also connects with other areas in the northwest portion of the former Glanbrook Township. In addition, the HSR is connected with Burlington Transit, as one route travels into Burlington via Burlington Beach. 18 Waterdown connects with BT at Aldershot GO Station, and BT Route 1 enters downtown Hamilton from Plains Road West. Also, 9 Rock Gardens travels into Burlington going into the Royal Botanical Gardens during the summer months. Other terminals and loops fares. Metrolinx and HSR have partnered to operate the Presto electronic fare card. The project aims to standardize fare collection systems across transit agencies in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. The system is currently operational. Gallery. Vehicles. HSR also once operated horse-car and streetcar lines. Trolley buses were also run on a routes 1 King, 2 Barton and 3 Cannon from 1951 to 1988. The trolleys lasted on Route 2 Barton until 1993. Today HSR is exclusively a transit bus operator and has been low-floor friendly since April 30, 2009, with the last high-floor buses retired. Rail rubber tie denotes wheelchair accessible. Staff. Most staff at HSR are members of the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 107. The local was formed in 1899 and also represents transit workers at Mississauga Transit. The local does not represent those working on City's paratransit service, disabled and aged regional transportation system.